We're here with the men's gi absolute brown belt division. We have Tim Wallace in the black gi and Dylan Martin in the blue gi. This is the fourth time we've seen these two together. Tim going in for a nice takedown. This is a bit different than what we've seen. Grabs the single leg, gets his takedown. He starts up with two. That's a different approach than we've seen Tim take in this match earlier in the day. And starting off with a solid 2 points, we know Dylan wants to be playing guard from the rest of the day. Tim starting off with 2 points puts a lot less pressure on him to move forward for this pass because he's in the lead here. Now Dylan has to do some work setting up this collar sleeve De La Hiva game that Dylan's been playing. Tim keeping his hips in nice and tight. Very interesting to see a change in strategy from Tim on this one that I think might play out really well for him starting up too. Tim starting to try that long step pass. Dylan catches it, closes his legs around Tim, and is able to sit up into the sweep. We see a re-sweep maybe from Tim here. See if he can settle the position. Now, what's happening here is Tim's trying to get Dylan's shoulders flat on the mat to secure this position or settle this position. Dylan is trying his best to roll to turtle, but his legs are extended nice. Oh, he's able to clear his outside leg in, get his knees to the mat, and set up this turtle position, which stops Tim from securing that side control position that he was looking for. We're back to Dylan playing guard. That was really nice leg clearance work from Dylan on the bottom there, and now we're tied up 2-2. 2 points from Tim's takedown, 2 points from Dylan's sweep. Dylan again setting up this lapel sleeve grip game and is looking to move into the omoplatas that have been working so well for him throughout the day today. Tim sitting back onto the ankle, it looks like, maybe looking for a toe hold here. His back's to me, so it's a little hard for me to tell, but also just using that opportunity to start climbing up while clearing Dylan's leg, and we're back to the edge of the mats, recentering these two. Clearing Tim's belt out of the way, and we're reset and start. Tim playing with some distance, looking for an opportunity to come in here. Dylan waiting patiently for Tim to close some distance so he can start getting those grips again. Tim trying that slide bypass. Dylan ending up in De La Hiva. Tim setting that knee down close to Dylan's head there, and then settling his chest into Dylan's legs. He might be looking for some knee pinch passing here. Or is just generally trying to shut down Dylan's legs to prevent him from setting up some of those guards that he's been playing nicely. We haven't really seen Dylan play too much from this half guard position today, and it's a nice strategy from Tim on top here to start to try to force Dylan into half guard to see what his game looks like from there. Dylan clearing out of half guard, moving back to full guard where he clearly wants to be. Underhooking on the leg, and now we've seen this waiter sweep from Dylan a couple times now. It's really nice. Tim's aware of it, though, settles his base down to prevent that waiter sweep from happening. Dylan needs Tim's hips to be a little high for that waiter sweep. Tim sitting back again to prevent the sweep, to prevent Dylan from coming up on the sweep, maybe thinking about attacking the leg a little bit and settling back, coming back up on the top. Dylan looking to climb up into this omoplata or triangle again. Tim's well aware that that's what's coming, though, and is able to sort of keep his elbows in tight, prevent that sweep, or prevent those things from happening. Dylan does a nice job really selling the pushover sweep there before trying to drop down to a triangle, but again, Tim's onto his games now. And has nicely defended by turning himself wide, pressuring into Dylan's hips here. Dylan keeping attached at that hip and shoulder low, looking to set up that omoplata. He needs to get his shoulders out to the side, which he does, and as he does, Tim starts to try to roll to defend, resets the position, and is now again using his knee to block Dylan from really getting into that full omoplata position around the outside of him. So that shoulder to hip connection is what Dylan's looking for. He's creeping around to get it, and here we go. That's the position that Dylan was looking for. Tim rolls through to defend. Dylan thought about coming up to try to get that sweep there, and Tim did a nice job preventing him from blocking him from coming up to attack the sweep, and then comes back to top himself, knees on the mat, back into full guard. Really nice awareness from Tim there. We had seen Dylan come up onto that omoplata sweep multiple times today. Tim was aware that it was coming this time and was able to block Dylan from doing it. And this is a really nice example of how you can see games and strategies progress throughout a series of matches between two people. These two guys have seen each other a couple times today, and they've adjusted their strategies nicely. We're here tied 2-2 on points with Dylan up 1 advantage, playing guard right now. Tim laying heavy into the hips, thinking about maybe some body lock passing or setting up some sort of low hips pressure passing. Dylan looks to be biding his time a little bit. He's got an overhook grip on the outside of Tim, which he now transitions that up to an around the back lapel skirt grip. He's playing inside on the other arm, and we get a stalling warning from Tim on top. He needs to start pushing the pace, trying to pass a little bit, and the ref is now counting out for that stalling penalty. Tim not changing his approach too much after that warning, and is still laying pretty heavy onto the hips. Dylan's starting to try to climb his legs up to start to think, probably to think about attacking those triangles or omoplatas again. Switches into that high triangle. Now here, this is certainly a triangle, but Dylan's feet were crossed along the back. He rotates that leg. His goal here is to get his shin perpendicular with Tim's shoulders. Right now he's got his feet locked over Tim's right shoulder blade a little bit. Tim's doing a nice job keeping his body angled to prevent Dylan from locking in that grip the right way, but it's getting tighter by the minute. And you can certainly finish a triangle from this position, from this sort of low shoulder blade grip, but it's a little more challenging, and Dylan's clearly trying to get the angle right on this while not letting Tim pass. Tim keeping his right shoulder pressed down, looking into Dylan's hips. This prevents him from getting the angle right. Keeps torque against the direction that Dylan needs to move in order to set the angle for this triangle for the finish. But it's a risky position for Tim to be in, most definitely. Dylan changing to the reverse triangle and then back to the triangle. Possibly was thinking about some transitions to arm locks there for a second with that reverse triangle. Moving back into that again, and is focusing down onto the arm, maybe thinking about moving into that plata that has been successful for him at other times today. Tim with a somersault sweep attempt, pass attempt there, and we get the match, the end of the match here. Dylan wins by 1 advantage. Tim started off with 2 nice points for the sweep. 2 nice points for the takedown. Dylan got that sweep midway through and an advantage for a submission attempt. And we have Dylan taking this match and the gi male absolute brown belt division here at Copa, Virginia, 2022 Richmond.